welcome to day 16 of the Collective Growth Experiment. Today we're going to be talking about the power of reset. I don't know about you guys, but this time of year, allergies are absolutely not my friend. Yesterday, I totally wanted to make this video, but could not do it. I had washed my car the day before. Tell me why that day after my car was completely green. I felt so bad because I really wanted to make the video and be consistent like I promised. But then my husband was reminding me, hey, Candace, why don't you just take today, reset, get yourself back together, come back tomorrow. But more importantly, God reminded me it's about the value that you're given, not the vehicle in which you deliver it. And so yesterday, instead, I just posted a picture and still posted what I wanted to talk about, which was the becoming. And I hope that blessed you guys yesterday. Today, we're going to talk about the reset, which is what I'm absolutely doing. Not every day is meant for you to be pushing forward, right? Some days are meant for you to reset. Take some time to pause. Make sure that you are in alignment. When we talked about that cup being full, if you're not full, you can't pour into anyone else. We don't talk enough about the power of starting over without quitting. So many of us made the decision to start over and not quit, and that's how we got to our end destination. Because here's the truth. Growth isn't a straight line, and I learned this when I was working on my ACE framework and philosophy. Everyone's looking from point A to point B, but the reality is it cycles, right? I see growth as a staircase, right? We're spiraling up, right? And we're continuing to grow. There are days that you're completely focused and clear and moving fast, right? Then there's going to be the days where your energy is off. You just don't feel up to it. And those days are as important too, because they remind you that it's not in your strength and power that you do everything that you do. Your mind is full, and sometimes you have to remember where your source comes from and tap back into that and making sure that you're filling your cup back up, right? So in those moments where you feel a little empty, most people try to push through, like what I was trying to do on yesterday. And those are not the moments to push through. Those are often the moments to not only choose to reset, but also to reflect on where you've been, how you gotten to that point. Have you been pushing too hard? Is too much on your plate, right? Resetting is not weakness, it's actually wisdom. Because when you don't reset, you're carrying weight that you're not intended to carry. That's where the stress and the noise comes in. And it shows up in the decisions that we're making, the way that we're leading, and the way that we're connecting to other people that we care about. So it's absolutely important that we're taking that time to reset, because when you pause, you're choosing to step back. That is when you allow yourself to actually recalibrate and become who you're intended to be in that moment, right? Every moment is not that moment that you're going to shine every single time. And all of us are always looking for perfection. Perfection is not going to be the case in every moment. And that's why that reset is important. You don't lose momentum. What you're going to do is come back even stronger, more clear, and more aligned than you were before. That's where the real growth is going to happen. So we're going to talk a little bit about our ACE implementation tool for today. And we're going to talk about resetting that realignment. A is first, we're going to acknowledge the need to pause. Be honest with yourself, right? Are you tired? Are you distracted? You can't focus. Are you overextended? Those are clear signs that it's time for you to take a pause. You don't need the power of everything to go through everything on your own strength. Sometimes it's saying, hey, I need some help. I need to delegate this, right? Sometimes the best move is just to choose to reset, right? The C is for connect back to your why before jumping back in. Make sure you reconnect. Why does this matter to you? Why are you even doing it, right? I talk a lot when I'm focusing on alignment and what is the prioritization of things, right? Sometimes we're focusing on something that does it really have to be done today? Does it really have to be done right now? We give ourselves so much urgency, and that's why that prioritization and clarity is so important for you. The E is for expand with intention. When you do restart, you need to do it differently. You want to be able to do it with more focus, with better boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries. Have stronger intention in why you're doing what you're doing. Resetting isn't about going backwards. It's about setting yourself up to expand the right way, right? With the right energy. If you have the wrong energy, everyone around you is going to feel it. I know sometimes when I'm having a bad day, my children's like, Mom, what's wrong with you? Because it had nothing to do with what they said or did. It's just a compilation of things that we're going through. And that's why that reset is so important. It is so important that we choose not to quit and that instead we just choose to reset. So here's the question for you today. What do you need to pause and realign with your values today? Do you need to say, hey, I need to take a day off. I need to take a couple of hours off. Sometimes it's just deciding that I'm going to choose to have lunch. I know for me, I'm typically walking and eating at the same time, or eating my lunch and working at the same time. Just deciding to say, you know what, today I'm going to actually sit down at a table, enjoy my meal, clear my mind, and not have to focus on doing something all the time. That's part of the reset. So make sure you choose today to be intentional with your reset, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.